Good morning, guys. I'm coming live to you from outside on my porch, which is off my kitchen. It is yummy and sunny, so I am sitting outside even though it is a little breezy, but I will take it. Sunscreen on, sunglasses on. Just wish I had my toes in the sand. Okay, so obviously you guys know I come on here and I talk about different statistics when it comes to chemicals and leading a natural lifestyle and being more holistic. And holistic just means talking about the whole body. So it's both preventative care and preemptive care. Talking about how to remove stuff that it's easy and still does the same thing. But today I kind of want to talk about some statistics I just read about disease. Okay, so for the first time in over 200 years, there's a statistic saying that our children are not going to live as long as us. Okay, by 2025, which is right around the corner, literally, because I have kids graduating in 2022, 2024, and 2027, the rate of cancer is expected to rise to 42% of the population. That's insane. Okay. Risk of death of adults with diabetes is 50% higher than it is without. Between 2000 and 2009, okay, the amount of type 1 diabetes in children under 20 climbed 21%, and type 2 climbed 30% in the same period of time. Okay, obviously, you know, some things we are born with, just like I'm born with it, being an asthmatic. Sometimes people are born with diabetes. This is how our DNA streams together. But if we have especially if we have ways of preventing and slowing down the process, obviously we all want to do that. 16 million Americans had at least one major depressive episode in 2012. 50% of Americans have a life-shortening disease by the age of 18. Okay, not life-shortening. All right. These statistics are just kind of just go on and on and on, and they're very, very scary. For me, basically, what it means is that as the American medical system, we talk about kind of death diagnosis rather than prevention of disease and how we work in our bodies. And I know I say this 1,000 times, guys, but I'm telling you the personal experience for me. When I removed the chemicals from my house, my asthma was astronomically better. Okay, I can't even explain to you. I literally did not get sick for a year. Yes, I recently just had an episode of an asthma flare, but that is very different than actually having like illnesses and colds and respiratory issues with the winter. Like I didn't have a cold, okay, because I've increased the dense nutrients that I've had in my body, and as you guys know, some of you do know and don't know, like I was a vegetarian for years. I eat very, very well for the most part. There is a balance of anything in life. Like, yes, I enjoy my wine and dark chocolate as well. But there has to be a balance of what you're putting in your body. We know that if you're eating kale and quinoa, it is better than putting sugar and Cocoa Puffs into your body. Does it taste as good? Maybe not, but your body is fueled and you feel good, right? Same thing with exercise. Everyone's got to exercise every day. You got to make sure, even if it's going for like a brisk walk, you got to get your heart rate up. These are all things that help your body stay healthy. But another piece of it, this is huge, is removing the chemicals from your house, okay? There's a statistic that I talked about. I want to say that it was 52% of stay-at-home moms or women who work from home are more likely to get cancer than people who work outside their home or their husbands or their significant others, because they are being exposed to chemicals every day, all day long. And when you're home, you have a tendency to like bust out a Clorox wipe down your counter. I can speak personally to this because when I was home with my kids when they were little, that's what I did, because I was obsessive of making sure the house was clean. And every time I was doing it, I was breaking down their little tiny immune systems, okay? So when we're putting these toxic chemicals, that's why they're talking about life-shortening diseases. We're putting these toxic chemicals into the air all the time, basically thinking about the fact, especially for people who live in a closed environment, which I guess is probably most of us, because if you're hot, you have the air conditioning on. If you're cold, you have the heat on and the windows are closed. You're not getting fresh air in your house. And basically what you're doing is you're just cleaning your house with chemicals and chemicals and chemicals. You're just brewing it in the air all the time, and your respiratory system is breathing that in all the time. All parts of your body are taking that in, and it's getting taxed on a regular basis. And it's so simple to make a change. All you have to do is literally throw them in the garbage can. It's not traumatic, okay? You can clean your house beautifully without having any of this stuff going on. I promise you, it is absolutely 1,000% worth it. It has actually changed my wellness in my body. And as I've always said before, I would sit in pulmonology office and I would look at these charts and I would see what was going on, and there it was. Every time I did it, there it was sitting there, chemicals. And I never, ever, ever until about 18 months ago made the correlation between what I was cleaning my house with, even though I would come home and feel like I could feel the tightness, and actually what was happening to my body and how it was actually affecting my breathing. And that happens to everybody. I just happen to have a weakness in my body and being asthma, but it's affecting people, endocrine systems. People aren't able to have babies. There's all sorts of things that are happening, okay? It is an epidemic, and it's very easy. I'm like, if you start detoxifying your body, and start taking steps every day, just like you would eating organic, good food, and trying to put better food into your bodies and not eating things that have that are processed. Okay, this is the same thing. Get the chemicals out. Start taking a lot of dense nutrients into your body. I drink an antioxidant drink every day called Ningxia Red. 2 ounces of it, okay, is equivalent to close to, I think, 1,700 blueberries. That's just in it like a baseline to get it into my body. I also take multigreens every day because it has packed dense nutrients. And even though I eat tons of kale and tons of spinach and I have green smoothies and I have avocados and I eat Brussels sprouts and lean proteins, I'm still not getting the dense nutrients. And mainly because the nutrition that's coming from our food is very, very different than it was even 50 years ago. Okay, the soils are different. The soils are being treated with pesticides, so we're eating foods that are treated with pesticides. Everything we're putting in and on our body is taxing our bodies, okay? We don't want to have our children not have long, healthy lifespans. We want them to be healthy. We want to get rid of cancer rates. We want to decrease these things. So ditch your chemicals, ditch your candles. The plugins, the worst. Dryer sheets, the worst. You guys can Google it. You can look up what bioaccumulation does to your body. And how basically, I had a friend, she basically describes to people what happens is think about your body as a cup, and we have it's constantly being able to detoxify. That's why we have our liver and we have all our organs that, you take everything out of your body. You start up here and everything goes down through. And you think about it, over time, all these chemicals start to block up the hole that's oozing out, it's coming down the bottom, oozing. And what ends up happening is it starts to overflow this way. And so the chemicals get into our body and you get bioaccumulation, which means you're just kind of your body's becoming overloaded with chemicals. It doesn't know what to do. So eventually your endocrine system's going to shut down. You're going to have stomach aches. You're going to have bloating. Maybe you'll be lethargic. Maybe you'll end up getting different kinds of diseases. All these things will end up happening to you. And it's so simple to actually make the change. Okay. I implore you guys to start detoxifying your households. Reach out, ask questions. We have an amazing team of people educated about all this stuff. And I'm telling you, everyone who uses the products, the reason why I talk about this stuff and the reason why I stand behind this company is it's $1.5 billion company and it's growing. This doesn't just happen because people are thinking oh, it's a trend. This has been going on for 25 plus years and it's $1.5 billion company, getting close to $2 billion. So regardless of what you think of how the network marketing works or anything like that, which is a whole different conversation, the products work because the products work and people use them because they know they work and they know they have a better, healthier lifestyle. So if it's something that's interested in you, and I implore you guys to think about this, just like you would exercise or changing your diet or anything else, taking the chemicals out. And if you're looking for resources of doing that, we have an amazing team of people that are willing to help you, okay? So do your research, ask questions, and we were always here. All right, guys, enjoy this amazingly beautiful day. Get some fresh air, get outside, do your workout, and remember to drink tons and tons of water, okay? Half your body weight in ounces every day. All right, guys, have an amazing one. Bye.